we are back to work on this water line this afternoon, or I don't know, it's right at lunchtime. I was digging out for the plumbers over there in the rock. I got all that scratched out. I didn't really end up filming that. I had the window up talking to them and everything else. So then Dad brought some clean rock and some base rock. We'll kind of backfill and get the pipes all dressed up and cleaned up in there when they get done. So we're finally picking up the last of the, I don't know, 150 feet, 200 feet of the water line, and hopefully got all the fittings now to hook that up. But this is the 2-inch CTS, and you can see how thick that stuff is right there. But it's just a I guess it's like a PEX or a poly or whatever, but it's just really durable. So, but it's also, you kind of got to let it lay out in the sun because it comes in a 200-foot roll. So it needs to, or it's a little tougher to work with. It's not as bad now when it's 100 degrees, but I can imagine when it's 50, this stuff is probably kind of a pain to work with. But I got one of the brass tees. Dad's picking up the rest. I had to go to one place and they actually had to make it that we'll put down there on the water meter. I'll try to show that, but it's, like I said, it's just a brass fitting that slides over here, and it's actually a T where we can hook that other freeze-proof faucet up, and then we're going to do the same thing up here by the house, and then we're going to put one more up here before it goes into the shop. So I just kind of wanted to show what this pipe actually looks like. But I'm gonna work on digging across here, and then when he gets here we'll start putting the rest of it together, and hopefully by the end of the day have all the freeze-proof faucets in and everything backfilled. So we'll jump back in the excavator and finish digging this ditch. Okay, well, I've already got this fitting apart, but this is what I was just going to show how you put these 2-inch CTS lines together. And it's basically like it's almost like a compression coupler. It may be called a compression coupler. I think they call it a Ford fitting. I don't know if that's because it costs as much as a Ford or what, but basically you can take it apart and you put this on there, and then this metal piece. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, slides in there, and then you can kind of see that groove down inside there, and this will actually slide over, and you can kind of see down in there it's inside that groove. And then you'll tighten that up and put your pipe wrench on here, and then do the same thing for the other side. So I mean, I can snug this up a little bit, and then we'll go over there. I got the other piece laying out in the sun, so it's a little easier to move, and then put it together. And basically what it does is that other metal piece and line goes right there on that groove, and then you hold it and you tighten these up, and it has this plastic piece and this rubber bushing, and it basically smashes that up against the edge, and it actually crushes down on the pipe. But with this inside there, it can't smash it completely shut, and it kind of tapers it or burrs it up right there in the end, which will end up being right in there. And then, like I said, basically like a compression coupler, and just smashing it in. And then when you get it all done, you have this nut right there where you can tighten down, and it's actually kind of threads, or I guess it's not really threads, but it actually kind of digs in to the pipe right here and keeps this piece from moving. But yeah, basically just kind of holds it all together like that. So it's pretty neat and simple deal. But I mean, it's brass, so they'll never have to worry about it rusting or anything like that. So it's a kind of a fancy little setup. A little expensive. Like that was $200 and some odd for that one. We got a T earlier we had to make, and it was almost $500 because they just have to piece everything together right now. But I'll go grab that other piece of pipe and we'll put this thing together. Just easy as that. It's a little tricky to get that last one started in there. This stuff's pretty stiff, but that's how that goes together. So now we'll just throw it out in the down. I got a 100-foot piece on this one, so it should be enough to get us to the building, and then we'll reduce down to the 1-inch, which I guess is over there, go into the building and run another hydrant. So let's get some water and put that in the ditch. back in here again. Got the rock all dressed up, and then the builders guys came back, and I guess the homeowner decided to put in floor outlets, so they had to run some conduit. They're gonna have outlet plugs or whatever right there. But then now they want these little 6-inch deep piers. I guess there's just going to be kind of like a load-bearing wall or whatever right here. I think it's a hallway is what it is, so he's just wanting to try to get these little piers dug just to help have a little more support. Which it may be about as easy just to use a shovel. Get them close and then get out and kind of clean them up and shovel them the rest of the way. Right there on the pipe, but he's got several of them in a line. It'd almost be easier just to scratch out like a little footing, but it'll probably take more concrete, maybe not be quite necessary. Keep everything as flat as possible around there. It's probably deep enough. Those teeth are maybe 4 inches long. Got my little piers. It's kind of hard to tell with the way the sun is over here. Dug out and raked in. They're like 6 to 8 inches deep. These two, I just ended up, there's just gonna be like a little 5-inch spot in between, so I just made one big one. But yeah, I guess the hallway is gonna go down through here, so they're gonna have like a big, I think it's gonna have an upstairs as part of the deal. So there's gonna be like a big beam across here and here to have a big open living room and kitchen area. So they're just trying to do, I think, or where the walls, the corners come together or something. He's just said just like some more for load bearing and such. So I don't have the the blueprints, or I don't really know. I have no idea if I'm standing in like the kitchen or, well, I think that over there is going to be a bathroom and a shower and such. So that may be like a living room area. But kind of what I worked on in between working for the plumber and the electrician today was just, like I said, took those millings and some of those spoil piles and kind of put on here and got my grade a little bit more. Then I started taking some of the dirt and trying to blend in and just get this thing kind of rough graded or shaped up a little bit better. I'm probably still going to just maybe use the rest of that dirt in this area and really taper that out because it's kind of low where the loader's at, and then it goes back up down there. So that has been the nice part about this job. The homeowner and the builders basically just giving me free reign. They're just like, this, we want the house here and the shop there. So they're like, do whatever you want, make it, you know, look however you want. They just want it to drain. So yeah, these are the ones I enjoy. It's just, you kind of, it feels like it's taking forever, but it's a pretty good size. But you just kind of get to shape it and build it and just kind of do whatever you want. I mean, basically they kind of give you some objectives. They want, you know, all the piles of dirt gone and graded out and then cleaned up. And then kind of the more I do out here, the more, like I said, I'm going to redo that driveway at some point. I'm going to go through there because that's one of the biggest things that drives me nuts is it varies in width. They just started dumping rock on here, whoever originally put it in. So some places it's 20 feet wide, some places it's 30 feet wide. So I'm going to try to take a grading bucket on one of the 2 excavators and rake it in, cut some lines and get it nice and straight around there, and then smooth it out and build it up and kind of get it crowned. And then I'm supposed to dress up all around the pond. And yeah, it's, I may be out here for the rest of the year off and on. So, which is good, job security. But yeah, I'm getting off track anyway. But yeah, this is kind of what I've got done today, was doing some rough grading out here. We won't be over here tomorrow, but maybe back Friday. It's hard to say by now. So we'll just catch you guys later.